Pecky team are excited for you. Thank you, Jahida, for recording. And let's see here. So let's do we'll do a couple little pieces of business here. First, I want you guys all know Dave Kraus and Yasmin Maddox. You know me. You know Michael McCarley. You may not know Dan Abatoy. He's a serial entrepreneur here in Western New York. And Dan is a guest judge tonight since Kimberly cannot make it. But Dan will also be one of our judges on July 1st. So I believe he will be one of the few judges who will be carried over from this event to July 1st. So say hey to Dan, everybody. This is the first time Dan is seeing your pitches. I think everybody else has seen part of your pitches or multiple iterations of them. So this will be good. You've got some fresh eyes there. So one more person to impress, right? I'm not on screen. I am 24 hours into my second dose of the vaccine. So I look even worse than normal. So I am, if you thought I was pale before, I'm just Elmer's glue and Asylum White right now. So
drink lots of water, Adam. Lots of water.
I've gone through a ton, more than I typically do. So thank you all.
You got any D3 around?
Oh, I have a ton of my vitamins, and I am being pumped full of vitamins and liquids and all that. So I think I'm okay. My temperature's going up a little bit, so if I start to ramble or babble, you'll know why. But okay, cool. Well, I am excited. I know everybody here is excited. All the judges are excited. And let's go through this real quick. So you guys have seen the rubric, you've seen the template, you know what this is going to be, you kind of know what to expect here. What we're going to do, we all have our grading sheet. All of the judges have our grading sheets. We're going to grade you for your pitch. And then at the end of the night, all the judges are going to send me their final sheets. You won't see your final score tonight. I know you don't like that. You got to wait a little bit, but you know, we will delay some gratification, and it'll be okay. You'll have a pretty good sense of when you get done how you did. And we're going to limit our feedback as judges to like 30 seconds to a minute in feedback if we need to give feedback. And I should tell you that at 3 minutes, we're going to give you guys a warning. So once you guys are 3 minutes into your pitch, one of us will come, I will come off and say, you're at 3 minutes and you better start wrapping up, because if we get too deep into the 4 minutes, we're going to mute you and yank you off stage. So
question.
Yeah.
If we didn't
Sure.
turn in our slideshow, how do we share our slide during our presentation? I forgot.
So what we're going to do, what we will do is we will make each person, when it's their time to go, we will make you a co-host, which will give you the ability to share your screen. And if you have issues with that, we are all able to help you walk through that and properly share your screen. So you'll be, we'll get you there. And Ronette,
Yes.
question.
So once we're done with our pitch, do we have to continue in class, or can we leave?
If you have to leave, you know, we can't hold you back. We'd love for you to stay and watch everybody's pitch. But if you got to go, you got to go. So I'm not going to count you off for having to go and, you know, live your life. But
No, I was just asking. I might have to. That's why I asked. But
okay.
But I'm gonna try, because I may not be here. I don't think I'm gonna be here Thursday. That's why
Okay.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you.
You're good. Yeah, sure. So I'm going to open it up to the judges if anybody wants to say anything before we get started.
Jasmine is looking way too serious, kind of scaring me now. I was relaxed, but then I looked up at her and she's like,
no,
wait.
this is me considering whether I need to get the AC on. You all, you know, much luck. You all have prepared, and we're excited to see what you all have.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I don't know how to get it to share from my computer. Like, that's why I have to use my iPhone all the time because like my computer is acting very weird. So like I can see you guys, for example, but I can't see myself. And I think like my video doesn't come on when it's on the computer. So I don't know if it's going to share the PowerPoint correctly.
Okay. Ebony, let's address that when we get closer to your pitch, okay?
Okay.
It's Elena. I have the same issue. I always use my iPhone. I've never used my laptop, but my PowerPoint's on my laptop, so I don't know the logistics of that. And I tried to get on office hours / study table last night, and it wanted a meeting passcode, and I didn't have it, so I didn't know how to get into that.
Okay. Let me, I will brainstorm behind the scenes here, and we will figure something out for you guys. If you want to, go ahead and email me your PowerPoint. Email me your PowerPoint, atidrow@pathstone.org. You have my email. Email that over to me, and then if nothing else, I can share it while you guys go through it. Okay. Michael, any last words?
We shall overcome.
Yeah.
Listen, I've talked to several of y'all this week, last week. You will do well. Just keep in mind what I said before. Short, sweet, and simple. But you all know what it is that you are all doing. Don't stress yourself on it. It's just us. Well, Dan's special, but it's just us. Okay. So you guys will be fine. Present it like you know it. Okay. Go for the gusto, man.
Yep. So are we ready to go here, Jaden? I'm gonna make you a co-host. Actually, I think Jahida is gonna have to do it. It won't let me.
I think it's letting me share my screen anyway, so we're good.
Oh, okay. Maybe we're good. Maybe Jahida's just ahead of me. That might be it. So Jahida's gonna keep time. So Jaden, so everybody, this is what we'll do. We'll get you ready. Jahida will give you a thumbs up or kind of a head nod whenever you're ready to go. Once you start talking, we're gonna punch the stopwatch.
I closed my pictures, so I'm not going to be able to see anyone. Is that going to be an issue?
So as long as we can see your screen, we're good.
Okay. It's not letting me hit present. Why? Standard. I'm afraid to reload my page. Thought I was ready. Sorry.
You're good.
It's okay.
Okay. All right, I guess I'm just starting. Hi, I am Jaden Anderson, owner and massage therapist at My Tangible Wellness in Geneva, New York. We opened in October of 2020 to help others learn how to create effective and lasting wellness in their lives. So everyone in their life has aches and pains caused by daily life, which can impact their health and quality of life in their personal and professional ways, such as the ones below. So at My Tangible Wellness, we aim to provide holistic services and classes to help incorporate self-care into your daily life. We focus on, well, this can be for everybody. We're focusing on those that either think they don't have enough time or people that have way too much time on their hands. That includes business owners, local entrepreneurs, people in retirement, and local tourists. Thanks to the pandemic, people are more aware than ever how the choices of activities and lifestyle affect the wellness that they have. So this is the current county that I'm in and the 2 surrounding counties of people in my market. While we have competition in the area of wellness, most local competitors are not specifically targeting the same market that we are. And since opening in October of 2020, we have steadily seen growth, specifically 150% increase between our first and second quarters since in operation. We are aiming to do $1 million in revenue and owning our own location. This will be accomplished by diversifying services and creating classes online and in person. To make this a reality, we will begin by adding additional therapists and class offerings, which is where the additional funds would help us reach this goal. We would start by hiring an additional therapist, so then I can personally work on creating class content and up our marketing efforts and funds so that we can ensure that staff and all of our classes are being filled. Thank you. That is what I have.
Thanks,
Cool.
Jaden.
We'll do a round of applause, everybody. Very good, Jaden. Jahida, what was the time?
We're looking at 2 minutes and 54 seconds.
2 minutes, 54 seconds. So close. So we'll call that 2 points out of 3 since you were just a little short. Yeah. So.
Well, that's good considering when I did this morning, it was 4.5 minutes. So.
That's good. Judges, with any feedback?
You've come a long way. Great delivery. What was it that our dear Michael McCarley said? Short, sweet, and simple, or maybe I didn't have the order correctly, but it was concise. It was clear to follow along. So great job.
Thank you.
Very good. Jaden, Michael, sorry.
I'm starting to try to run a little fast and then a little slow and a little fast, a little slow, but you did well.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, Jaden, thank you so much. I'm going to give the judges a minute or so here to fill in their sheet, and that will prepare us for, let me see, who's next? Rose Jones is going to go next.
Okay, let me get to.
We'll give you the green light when you're ready. When we're ready to. I gotta fill in my sheet here. Yeah, just wanted to get you ready.
And I'm also gonna have to switch to my phone so that I can. So you'll have to let me back into the class.
Okay. Okay, judges, are we ready? I guess I have to look and see. Okay, well, I'm going to, oh,
We're good to go.
we're good to go. Okay, Rose, Jahida, if you and Rose are both ready.
All right. My name is Rose Jones, and I am the owner and operator of Let Rose Speak, a platform that's created for women that experience domestic violence, where I use my voice to speak for those who have been silenced, to educate those who are unaware, and to improve the lives of those who have been affected by domestic violence. Our main focus is currently educational events. These events focus on working with women on core issues like building blocks of healthy relations, like communication, self-love, forgiveness, accountability, and self-awareness and self-worth. The problem with domestic violence is that most people only address the right now. Domestic violence have long-term effects on people as well, like physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. These effects can last a lifetime if they are not addressed. The worst part about this is that these behaviors, languages, and feelings and beliefs can be transferred to one's offspring. Our solution is to address these issues of domestic violence at the core of becoming a one-stop solution shop. What makes this possible is that I am patient zero. Everything we teach has been done by me. To shift my life personally, I became a certified life coach, accountability coach, certified in domestic violence education and emotional intelligence. I have done so others can do. Our target market is women that have children, that lives in Erie County, works or own their own business, believe in God, and are seeking to upgrade their personal development or expand their education in the social justice world. Our educational events range between $20 and $50. Our marketing efforts will cover the Buffalo and Western New York area using social media ads, referrals, and partnerships with local agencies. We discovered through the Division of Criminal Justice Services that as of March 2020, Erie County had reported 5,310 domestic violence cases, and 3,529 of them are women. Also, due to COVID-19, the Buffalo Attorney General reported that domestic violence have increased, illustrating that every one case that is reported, 2 cases go unreported, meaning that the real number is actually higher. This means this is an opportunity to abort a need to reach more individuals affected. Some of our allies/competitors are Family Justice Services, Harvest House, the WNY Women Foundation. I consider these organizations my allies/competitors because they share the same marketplace, providing some of the same services, allowing us to collaborate and leverage resources to solve this problem. An internal issue that is affecting our industry is that most organizations and programs address 1 or 2 of the issues that women are facing when it comes to domestic violence. Externally, a lot of the issues that people just don't address the issue of domestic violence, period. So what makes us different? Me. I know how it feels to be beat, to be helpless, hopeless, defeated, lost, unwanted, and unworthless. I know how it feels to be used and abused, desiring to be loved and not knowing how to receive it because I'm so broken. Everything seems to seek out. So this is why our company is the best choice to help them. I'm not just using my education and resources, but my experiences. I will use the $7,000 to create an online membership site, listing all my services in one place. This alone will allow me to triple my sales because we will be able to reach more women and we'll be able to hire freelancers. And over the next 12 months, revenue goal is $7,976, profiting about $43,000. In the next 24 months, generating $143,952,000 with a $86,016 in profit. So come join us and be a voice for the voiceless, educating others on how to manage their better lives and better futures. The end.
I challenge everybody to meet that passion. So great job, Rose. Jahida, what's our time?
Awesome.
4 minutes and 24 seconds.
4:24. So that's 2 points on the
Yeah,
time.
I tried.
You did a great job, Rose.
Judges, questions, comments?
Yeah, so I think that was an extremely powerful pitch, right? Like I could feel your emotion coming through and I could feel, your passion. And I think that is, I mean, you can't fake that, right? So I think that was just, thank you for sharing that and for trying to, create something to solve a problem that you are very clearly passionate about. I think that was a very well done pitch.
Thank you. Thank you.
Agreed. I would say the same thing. I would say as you go forward, especially as you consider your go-to-market strategy, be very deliberate and perhaps seek out partnerships with, licensed mental health counselors, clinicians, practitioners, et cetera, in mental health to ensure that you are reaching out to your target customers or at least primary end users in a way that is safe for them. There is an organization, an app that has done really great work in this respect, and they're called Victim's Voice. And I would encourage you to see their model and how they do that, because this, my comment was really a response to the statistics that you brought up, which are powerful statistics. So, in terms of your marketing, figure out how you can differentiate yourself in a way that makes reaching out to your end users in the safest way possible.
Okay.
So do I actually have to say anything?
Yes, I want your comment.
I'm impressed.
Really?
Impressed. Very good.
Thank you.
What I said beforehand, that one piece, that connectability was enormously important. It puts you a little bit over the regular time, but I think in the long run, it serves its point and purpose. So I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
All right.
Wonderful. Well, Rose, thank you very much. Very nice job.
Thank you. I will be leaving. I have to go to soccer practice, but thank you for letting me go early.
Yes, good job. Thank you
Thank
for
you. I might
volunteering.
clock in on my phone. I can watch you guys on when I get there. So.
You know where to find us.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, I don't know if these folks are here. Nadra Cooksey.
Yeah, I'm
who I have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Nadra Cooksey, going once. Going twice. No. And then I think we have Nakia Perry. Going once. Going twice. All right. Then it's showtime for Cherise Humphrey.
Hello, guys.
I sure do.
Let's go to share my screen. Pick PowerPoint. Uh-oh. My son is calling and tell me to get up. How late is he? Can you see my screen?
We can.
Okay. No. Reset. Ready. Okay. Raise your hands if you have ever been so stressed that you wanted to break something. Well, I have a solution for you. Hi, my name is Sharice Humphrey. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I'm the CEO and founder of Smash Zone. I am we are dedicated to relieving stress. Stress is the 6th leading cause of death. More than 75% of doctor visits are stress related. Stress can come from anxiety, anger, or rage. And the problem is that therapy is not always a one size fit all. Some of us like to get massages. Some of us like to talk to a therapist. And some of us simply want to break shit. Smash Zone is where your release awaits. We have created a safe and judgment-free zone where you can channel your rage in a more positive manner. We have a location that easily accessible to local residents, and we remove the stigma of rage and reinforces that it is okay to get angry and break things, only in the Smash Zone. We are creating organized chaos, and it's cheaper than therapy, y'all. We seek to serve customers from all walks of life, the hardworking mother of 4, the newly engaged couple, the sassy preteen, the recently divorced, and even those in mourning. We expect our strongest market segment to be college students from our local universities, local residents out for weekend entertainment, or even out-of-town guests staying in our nearby hotels. Our strongest market segment gives us an approximate 5,000 potential customers. Our business will operate on a time slot schedule. Our research suggests that we can average a minimum of 16 smashes appointments per day. That's 96 customers in a week at $35 per person, making our expected revenue $161,280 in year 1. Additionally, we have the opportunity to provide annual memberships where we are paid up front, which will help us with scaling. The new Rage Room offers a unique combination of advantages that is unmatched by our competitors. We differentiate ourselves by offering convenient location, better hours of operation, which allows for more frequent visits. Additionally, we offer comparable prices, great customer service, and local businesses nearby help to draw in walk-in customers. Winning the $7,000 will help Smash Zone increase its profitability. We would use the funds to generate more revenue by investing in screen press to print our own merchandise. In addition, we will purchase more breakable goods for purchase and add-ons, buying extra safety equipment, purchasing as well marketing for our business. Winning the $7,000 can help make nearly an additional $70,000 in revenue. With your help, we can increase our first year projection from 161,000 to 230,000. Remember, there's only one zone to enter when you want to smash some shit, and that's Smash Zone. Thank you.
Remember yesterday when you were getting on to me for not giving you enough feedback?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't need to. Very good. Very good.
Sharice, you made it through at 3 minutes and 43 seconds.
That's 3 points. Those 3 easy points. Judges, feedback?
I'm ready to go smash some shit. Can I say that? Very well done. Very well done.
I can't hear.
Sorry, look, someone was unmuted.
Oh. I know I can't see either.
So Sharice, you were worried about what today?
I was just tired, Michael. I was tired.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Very good. Very good. I'm glad to see that
I can't hear you at all.
over a couple of hurdles there.
Mr. McCarley, you sound far away.
All right. Let me put my magic gear in.
Speak into the mic.
You did well, dear. Okay, you did very well.
Thank
And,
you.
and what you worried about earlier today was nothing. Okay, nothing at all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I stopped sharing now. Anybody else? Tell me what to do.
Yeah. Are you already open? Because I mean, it's been a pretty rough week already for me. Yeah,
I'm
no,
working on it.
I think that was a great pitch. I think it was a lot of fun. I think it engaged, everybody's stress level in a very fun way. And so I think you did a really nice job with that. I'm wondering, maybe the only thing I would think about is maybe having a little more of a direct social media go-to-market strategy. Maybe how you're exactly going to reach people who are, really stressed out in that specific age group or demographic, right? Like college students. Yeah, I'm even thinking maybe you could have like a really cool thing at orientation, for colleges and universities, right? So maybe that's something to think about. But yeah, I really think just having a little bit more of a concise go-to-market strategy when it comes to social media, I think would, from my perspective, take the pitch to even that next level.
Thank you. Gotta get this down. Good stuff.
Very good. Well, Sharice, thank you very much and good job.
Thank you, guys.
Next up, I have on my list Silver Light.
Awesome. I will get everything set up while you guys are tallying.
Thank you. Judges, are you all ready? I know I'm ready. I'm all tallied up.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Same.
I'm ready when you are, Silver.
Okay, awesome. Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm Silver Light, a future owner of the Vegan Co-op, where you can get all of your plant-based grocery items in one location. So here's the problem. We don't know. If you're vegan and eating mainly plant-based in the city of Buffalo or pretty much in anywhere, it's very difficult to know which items are all plant-based or not. And so when you go to the grocery store, it presents a huge problem because you're trying to read labels, you're trying to Google what are the best items for that are only plant-based. You have, of course, like I said, read labels to see if there's any butter, things that you assume to be vegetarian are not always. So some examples are like baked goods and things like that, or prepackaged items where you're like, oh, this is a vegetarian stir fry. This is great. Of course, they use oil, but not necessarily. So there's a lot of missed opportunities for purchase. There's a lot of time and energy spent on just trying to make sure you're buying what's best for you and what fits your dietary needs. The solution is the Vegan Co-op, where you can buy all of your plant-based items in one location with the comfort and convenience of knowing all items are plant-based. I have personal experience in this. I've been 10 years vegetarian and I just became vegan, and it has been a really serious struggle. A lot of limited options because I'm trying to get something quick and I don't know what my options are. And so I'm going with the things that I know and missing out on so many items to purchase and buy for my health and wellness. The target market before 2020 or as of 2020 was around 42-year-old females, Most vegetarians make under, vegans make under 50K. A lot of them make under 30K. Vegans usually have a less formal education, more health and wellness and spiritual education. The religions, a variety of religions and life experiences and politics. However, after 2020, and generally within the last few years, there's been a huge rise in people who are either going vegan or just incorporating a lot more plant-based options into their diet. Generally, vegans make up 0.5% of the world population and the US population. Vegetarians are 4 to 5% of the population. With the population of Buffalo being 256,000, that puts vegans around 1,200, vegetarians around 12,000. And then there, of course, there's a lot of people who are just incorporating a more plant-based options into their diet. The average US shopper makes about 7.5 trips to the grocery store at $41 per trip. So accessing even one of these trips for the average vegan shopper per month could bring in $50,000 a month for us. And that's looking at the vegans 1,200 times that $41 trip. And we were talking about vegans and vegetarians and just the options being so many because more people are including plant-based. Our competition is Lexington Co-op, other grocery stores. What sets me apart is I'm the only completely plant-based business to hopefully start soon. I will use the $7,000 to launch the co-op, including to rent a space, purchase merchandise, and begin selling plant-based items. So please join me in helping to launch a crucial business for the health and wellness of our community. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Silver. Good job.
Thank you.
Jahida, do you have our time?
I do. 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Great job, Silver.
Thank you.
Cool. Judges, feedback?
I really appreciated what I would call a deeper dive into the data. My brother-in-law, my husband's brother, is a vegan for maybe about the last 2 years, and it's always been interesting trying to figure out where we can go. Most recently from Mother's Day brunch that could work up a vegan option for him, so he was included. So the stats were really eye-opening, and I think you did a really great job in demonstrating your knowledge of your target demographic. So great job there. Great job there.
Thank you.
Now, Silver, you did very well on that. And again, the detail in describing what that marketplace was is definitely impressive, because I don't think a lot of people actually knew how many there might actually be. And even though it is very much a niche market, it is enormously important for people to know what's there, because then we can actually see what it can become. So very good, very good. You can smile a little next time if you want to present, but you did well.
Thank you. I was nervous. I was looking at the time.
I have to agree. I think that was you did a very nice job with the pitch. In fact, as I was listening to it, I'm sitting here kind of surprised that something like this already doesn't exist, right? I mean, I know I've personally tried at times to try and do a vegan dish, right, or try and incorporate that on a weekly, schedule, and that can be very daunting and challenging. The minute you walk into Wegmans, right? So I think that there's definitely a need for something like this. Again, like the last pitch, I think, what's going to be key is the go-to-market strategy, right? I think this is a really great concept, but, I feel like if I didn't know about it, I wouldn't know to go there. And so, just kind of coming up with some creative, fun ways to try and interact with your audience, right? And that could be, could be something as simple as like Instagram and trying to connect with some Buffalo food influencers, or even like PR, something like that, right? So I think having a better understanding of of how you would go in that direction would kind of help me understand the feasibility of, you know, what you're looking to do and how you're going to reach that audience. You know, and it would also be really interesting to see, I think, on the market side, you know, what is, you know, how much money is annually spent or monthly, whatever you can find, you know, for people who are specifically buying vegan or vegetarian, just to kind of give a little bit of a broader perspective as to, you know, how large this market is and what we're talking about. Otherwise, I think you did a really great job, and yeah, I'm just sitting here and I can't wait for this thing to open.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If I can, I would just add, all of Dan's points are on point. And I would add, if you have any connections, or even if you don't, I would encourage you to perhaps establish some connections. Considering how central diet is, specifically, not exclusively to, but specifically to marginalized communities and you know, the Black community, right? In terms of food deserts, so to speak, and access to nutritious foods within one's local neighborhood, rather than having to go out, you may consider part of your go-to-market strategy involving local primary care physicians who are routinely working on efforts to ensure that their patients are improving their diet, and for which there are actually already programs and grant dollars given towards those efforts. You may find nice synergy there to help you out, not only in terms of creating the kind of network connections that you need to be successful ultimately as an entrepreneur, but also in terms of visibility, in terms of word of mouth marketing. So I would consider that.
Yes, we're actually the fastest rising vegan population, twice as much as African American. So, and I think we should be, given historical racism and things like that, in terms of diet, health and wellness, and disparities. But that's my personal opinion, and I'm not judging anybody. But yeah. Thank you.
Silver, thank you so much. And it looks like Allie Lawrence would like to email you. She has some information and some data for you for your next pitch.
Thank you. I will connect with you.
Yeah. Regina.
It will be me. Okay. Let me see about sharing here. And I will say that I've been having some technical difficulties, but we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make it happen, Captain. Can you see it?
Yes.
We can see it.
You can see it. Wonderful.
And I think all the judges are ready. So whenever you're ready to pitch, we're ready for you.
Woosah. Okay. Let me get my cursor here in the right place. All righty. Do you know the sound of the heart of our nation? Do you know the health of our Black mothers and Black daughters in our nation? Hi, I'm Regina, the founder of Be Heirs. We've helped over 100 Black women over a span of 10 years locally and globally honor, grieve, and celebrate her wellness. We've touched over 3,000 lives across 3 social media platforms consistently. Amidst COVID-19, I shifted my focus towards Black mothers and daughters and created our community, Build Me, Build Her, currently serving over 100 engaged members. During COVID-19, the Black Lives Matter movement, the world heard the pain of Black mothers. Many Black mothers were and are unable to provide a healthy, safe, loving environment that protects her and her daughter's wellness from the effects of racism and how it affects her health. That's alarming. Daily, she thinks, what if? What if my undiagnosed pain that causes health-related illnesses like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer, all higher in the Black woman, continues to kill Black women at an alarmingly higher rate than any other race in America? We have to stop this atrocity. And so I am. After all, I was and I am a Black mother of a Black daughter who continues to fight for our and other Black mothers and daughters' mental wellness. And I'm doing it now via my program that has 4 models. It's a collective program where we work with agency, churches, and schools, a quarterly intensive program, a one-on-one discovery, and a yearly train the trainer program. Our program will serve 40 mothers and daughters with the gross yearly revenue of $128,000. Our future expected gross revenue over 24 months will be $154,000, and in 36 months, it will be $177,000. So what does the industry look like? Celebrities platform provide awareness and mental health support. Local entities offer clinical, education, and resources. These are still not enough. It's not enough to make an impact on the heart of America and the health of Black women and Black daughters. The $7,000 first place prize will help us reach our financial and client service goals with our investment of both a robust customer service management system and securing a campaign copywriter. Our 12-month net profit will be $102,800. Our 24-month profit will be $123,000, and our 36-month net profit will be $140,000. It is my absolute pleasure to offer you an opportunity to change the health trajectory for Black mothers and daughters of our nation by awarding us the first place prize that will support our collective work to heal, build, restore, and celebrate Black mothers and daughters. I am Regina Jeans, the founder and CEO of The Heirs and the visionary thought leader of Build Me, Build Her. We help create lifestyles that permeates Black mothers and daughters' mental wellness. Thank you.
Great job, Regina. You were at 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
That's an easy 3 points. Very good.
Can I stop sharing?
Yes, yeah. Very good, Regina. You did a great job of, and I think a few people are going to have to do this, educating on the problem that exists, because, not everybody who you're going to be running into, especially, I mean, you can see it even here on our current judges panel, not everybody is going to understand that problem firsthand or even secondhand. So it's being able to explain the problem and your solution is so important. I think you did a good job of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Obviously, my background knowledge on this is going to be very limited, and I feel like you did a really great job of explaining to me, that this problem not only exists, but how significant of a problem it is. I think, really my only area that, again, because I don't have that background knowledge, is that I think you could maybe improve is the solution of giving more of an in-depth explanation as to what you're doing, how you're doing it, and what that is going to do and how that is going to help somebody. Because again, from my perspective, my knowledge and my background in this is extremely limited. However, I clearly you have a solution. It just, just getting a little more, I think, in depth with that would help me, from my perspective, understand a little bit more of, why this is so important and why this is so powerful going forward.
Thank you.
We shall overcome.
Someday.
That's right. So now what did I tell you? Okay. You put it together very well. Proud of you. Proud of you. And tech didn't stop you, did it?
My battery was going. I was like, oh my gosh. When it wasn't
Hey.
tech, it's the battery.
But you pulled it off very well. Again, the explanation, what's going on and why. I will agree with Dan. Again, what you're doing specifically or how you're going to do it, at least as a matter of short explanation, but you covered who you're dealing with, and that becomes also as important. So very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Cool. Well, I think we'll go on to the next one. Great job, Regina. Who do we have next?
I have a headache.
It's the.
Oh, I'm still on mute. I'm sorry. I thought I was on mute.
Drink some water. You'll be good. All right, Laurencia, you told me you didn't want to know when you were going to go, and I broke your heart and told you. And but now you get to go. You get to get it over with.
All right.
What number is this?
8. Okay, let me get to the thing. All right, hopefully this works. I'm on my phone. I'm gonna hit play and share it. Is it there?
Not
No.
yet. Yeah.
Oh, wait, what am I doing? Okay, let me go here, do this. I'm taking up time. I don't have a share, a screen share button. Okay, right here.
See.
Okay, I did send it to Adam.
Okay, let me pull it up here. Let's see, Laurencia.
Try. Let me know if something else came up, Laurencia, because I made you co-host. Originally,
Okay, wait,
it
so
wasn't
if I-
letting me, so see if that'll.
Can you see my screen?
No, we just
My
see
head.
your picture. Yeah.
Okay, so I might have to have Adam pull it up.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. Give me just 1 second. And you just let me know when you need to go to the next slide, okay?
Okay.
Oh. There you go. All right.
Oh, there's no that thing at the bottom. Okay, so here we go. Shoot, where's my keynote isn't there. I don't see it. Crap. Come on. See, Adam, you should never told me. I'm sorry. Oh,
You got
okay.
this.
That bottom part, I typed in Word on that first one. It's not, I can't see it.
Run your information and your data off the slides. You don't need your verbiage. You know what you're talking about.
Yep, you got this.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna throw me off. All right. Okay. My name is Laurencia Mani. I am the founder of Pretty Quick LLC, located in Columbia, South Carolina, a business primarily engaged in providing business support services. We have been in business for less than 1 year. Next slide, sorry. The business was started because of the observation of that many in business seem to need assistance with the tasks that take away time to concentrate on how the business should generate revenues. Time management is a priority, but they need assistance in doing it. As a solution, Pretty Quick LLC introduces to the client a time management improvement system, TMIS, that allows Pretty Quick LLC to function as a virtual assistant, allowing the client to better manage time and tasks so they can concentrate on generating the revenues. Our concentration happens to be small business owners. It's been determined that there are 384,000 small businesses in South Carolina, of which 66,000 are employers with staffs of 1 to 19 persons. And of that, our concentration will be on 1,993 businesses, specifically allowing us to access 6 to 12-month contracts. Time Management Improvement Systems has a pricing at $225 monthly service fee, whilst including services such as research, data entry, and also the simplest of organizing. We anticipate total revenues of approximately $39,000 year-end 2021. We communicate via professional websites, LinkedIn, and small business networks. We have competition in 3 other companies, whilst being different because through price, efficiency, our focus on small businesses, whether located locally and virtually. The business is seeking $7,000 for the following reasons: startup costs such as insurance, utilities with a budget of $2,000, market advertisements and website fees with a budget of $2,000, equipment and technology and acquiring a location space with a budget of $3,000. We have a value proposition of fulfilling the need to efficient time management and clerical tasks and efforts to increase focus on generating revenue. Advantages of Pretty Quick LLC provide solutions for efficiency, peace of mind, and increased focus on generating revenue. My product will help cut costs to employers and save money year-round. Pretty Quick LLC is a time management service that will provide a healthy work-life balance, increase productivity, and reduce burnout. Let us at Pretty Quick LLC manage your time in a pretty quick fashion. Thank you.
All right, good job, Laurencia. I have you at 2 minutes and 45 seconds, but I'll take off like 4 seconds because of the beginning of the slide.
Okay.
But yeah, you're good.
So it's 2 points there.
Okay.
Laurencia, let me add this here before I start yapping. So Laurencia, the big thing that I would critique is, one, you presented well, you spoke clearly, and you were poised. One thing that I would talk about more is exactly what your service is, like exactly how your time management service works. So how is it different than other services? Exactly what are you doing? We come in, we do XYZ using this method. That kind of explanation, a little more detail there would help.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice job with your pitch. Great recovery. You clearly didn't need the words. You know exactly what you're talking about.
I needed the words.
You really did a great job.
Thank you.
So as somebody who struggles with time management myself and has a lot on my plate, what I think could probably be better and explain, because I already know the problem, right? And I think your ideal customer is going to already know the problem. I think the more powerful way to go through that pitch is to tell a story, right? And because I think the people you're going to be pitching to are going to be able to feel that pain by you telling a story instead of having all of those words and reading that, because I think the pain is a lot deeper than just those words, right? Because there's so much emotion and stress related with time management. And so I think that would just take this pitch, take it to the next level. And then as the people you're pitching to, we're going to connect with that so much on a completely different level. So I think, that's really where I can see a huge, improvement by just telling a story. And then I have to agree with, everything that Adam said as well. Having like an XYZ, what you do, and having that all laid out concisely would help as well. But otherwise, very nice job.
Thank you.
So that looks like you pulled that together.
I did. I tried.
Okay, but one of the things that I told you was what, right? You didn't need the words. You could go in
Yeah.
and actually really present it because the basics that you worked on, those you actually knew. And again, everybody has said the aspect of the story. I might debate whether or not 3 minutes is enough time to do it, but the reality gets to be, and do you now understand primarily what Kim had said the other day?
Yeah.
Because that was Kim's issue, because apparently, so that's not clear to a lot of people actually what the service actually is, or
Yeah.
more interesting, what it does. But you did a good job. You pulled that together well. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Laurentia, thank you very much. Good job.
Yes, thank you.
You made it through.
I did. I'm gonna go breathe now.
There you go.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you. All right. Who do we have next here? We've got Sydney Davis. Did Sydney make it on?
Yes, I'm here.
Wonderful. All right. Sydney, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Oopsie. Sorry, I'm not quite sure how. I'm doing this on my iPad because my laptop won't turn on, so I'm trying to figure out how to share this. I think it's this one. Huh. Does it work? Did it work? Maybe.
I cannot see it.
Not sure. How do I know if it's shared?
Not showing yet, Sydney.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Sydney, do you want to email it to me and then we can come back to you?
Yes, I'll do that because I'm trying. I have it open on my screen, but for some reason it doesn't want to share.
Okay. If you want to just email it to me, we'll get you, and then we'll have Shayna Ford. Miss Ford. No, okay. Cynthia Clay, are you ready to go? I know I saw Cynthia Clay on here.
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm like hyperventilating and, you know.
You know us. Are you ready?
Yeah,
You got this,
Yeah,
Cynthia.
see,
It's all right, just breathe.
you got this. You're ready. You know all of us.
Ain't nothing but something to do. That's all.
Yeah.
Just take a breath. That's all. Just take a breath. Because can't nobody on the screen catch you if you fall over. So, yeah.
You got it, girl. You got it. You can do it, Cynthia.
Okay.
You have your presentation, Cynthia?
Yeah, I have it. It's
It's not showing on this end unless you sent it to Adam. Are you
I
sharing?
I might have forgot to send it.
Okay, that's okay. Do you see the button to share your screen? It should be a green button.
Hold on, because I minimized. Oh, okay. I minimized everything to share screen. Okay. Okay.
All right,
There we go. Cool.
there we go.
Okay.
You can put it in presentation mode if you want, or if it's just easier for you to have it like this, that's fine.
All righty.
All right, you're good. Let me know whenever you're ready.
Okay, we're just gonna go for it. I'm ready. Hi, my name is Cynthia Clay. I am the CEO and founder of A Mother's Care. We specialize in giving appointments to low-income houses who need doctor's appointments for their children, ranging in ages from 6 months to 18 years of age. We found that, and I'm speaking for myself, I found that when I missed too many doctor's appointments, my child lost great doctors and began to lose trust in the providers that were put in their places. So we're gonna aim to give children a trusted adult to and from doctor's appointments and keep those same appointments for those children. I found that my background as a foster parent, taking my children back and forth from medical appointments, well baby visits, mental health therapy, gave me an inside track on what to ask, the right questions to ask. And in past, I've done this for friends and family, and they've come back and said when I gave them the write-up of what questions I asked, and the feedback was, I wouldn't have never thought of asking that question. So our business is looking for expansion within a 5-year plan for not only servicing children, but going into geriatric care, which is my favorite because I used to be a home health aide. We do get a release of information for pertinent, a release of information from our customers so that we can talk to your doctors and your physicians. We can take that stress off of parents so that they have a trusted adult. They have someone they can depend on. We service, like I said, children from 6 months of age to 18 years of age. We are an equal opportunity employer. We service everyone. Our value in doing this service is priceless because we all need someone to take our children to and from appointments reliably. And our growth scale in what we're selling is not only trust, but I would say our value is priceless. We have, like I said, a 5-year plan of merging into servicing adults 60 years or older. And our only competition I could find really was medical motor service. But being as a foster parent, I looked at transportation from them. I would have drivers show up and they would ask for children that I didn't even know who they were. And they didn't know my child. So I'm looking into the logistics of getting children safely to and from doctor's appointments, getting information for their parents, whether it's verbally, where we write down the information, or we voice record what that doctor said about your child. We are looking into all aspects of this. Now we've looked into it. We did a price calculation, $50 per ride, $25 for a wait fee. And we added up our costs. We even have our estimates of how much we would make after a year and after 24 months. So yes, this is my $7,000 estimation of what I would use that $7,000 for. The end. Okay, I'm done. And okay.
Thank you, Cynthia.
All right, Cynthia.
I can breathe now.
4 minutes and 11 seconds.
How much?
4 minutes and 11 seconds.
Let's go. That's 2 points. judges. It's 2 points. Cynthia, I think you did a good job. We will work on that close. But again, I think you did a good job of talking about the problem and talking about how you're solving it. And you gave some really good detail on both the problem and how you're going to solve it specifically. Not just how it's being solved, but how you would solve it specifically.
Agreed. I think and Cynthia, we've talked about your idea recently, as a matter of fact, and there is such a huge market for this, and for anybody who may or may not be aware of medical motor services and the various types that exist. They are overwhelmingly catering to adults. And so you kind of intersect with two spaces, right? You're talking about transportation issues for individuals who desperately need to get to appointments, but oftentimes don't have the transportation to. But you're also talking about parents who need to ensure that their kids get to medical appointments, oftentimes when they are unable to get off from work. I would encourage you to continue to refine your target customers, or at least your target end users, and more readily define your customers. So, you had hints of it there, right? Because you talked about Medicaid, but come right out and say that you are seeking to have Medicaid be your customer, the government specifically. And then, I would work on refining the primary end user to really account for needs along, the spectrum with regard to developmental stages, right? Because I think you mentioned 6 months to 18 years. And an 18-year-old, unless they have, some kind of developmental delay or something more significant going on, they could probably take the bus themselves, right? But it seems like your sweet spot would be these younger kids, and certainly, engage in customer interviews, because while you may say that you're offering the service for kids as young as 6 months, that may be a hard sell. I know for me, I don't want to let go of my babies now, and my oldest is 7. So things like that, but ultimately you really have room to address a significant problem that impacts not only families, parents, kids, but also healthcare providers, because they lose out on money when there are no shows, right? So there are a lot of angles that you're encouraged to look into, and great idea and great job putting it together. Work needs to be done still, but this is certainly a timely idea, especially for essential workers over this past year.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just have to echo what everybody else has said. This is solving, I think, a really big problem, and I think you're coming about this in a very interesting way. There's just a couple questions that immediately jump to the top of my head as I think about logistically how you would go about doing this. And one might be insurance, right? Like, you are transporting somebody who may have, let's say they're 10 years old, they may have some sort of medical condition that along the way gets exacerbated, and now somebody is saying it's your fault, right? Even if it's not. I can see that being an uphill kind of issue, that you'd want to have a really concise answer or response to, within your pitch, or even if someone just asks it after, because I can see that being a major concern. However, having said that, again, I think the need for this is much greater than the fear of that concern. I think if you can talk to customers, talk to parents, and really figure out how you can hone this idea into something that can become reality, I think you have a great service that you would be providing. And so, yeah, I'm a big fan of the idea, but I agree, it also just needs to be a little more refined. But it sounds like you're getting there.
All right, thank you. Now, I've done it before. It's just, this is the first time I've ever put it on paper. And like I said, I had one customer, friend of mine from church, and she said to me, I would have never asked that question, but it just popped in my head while I was at the doctor's, and I went ahead and asked it, you know, but again, that's because of all the constant doctor's appointments I was always at.
So I have to say that you did well in 24 hours.
Yeah, I was stressing.
Yeah, but I told you yesterday. Again, you know it. Everybody that has to pitch knows what they're doing, or a really good idea because it's been thought about or it's been executed. Okay, so all you have to do, again, there are some refinements, but we had talked about that before. And one of the aspects is also to help you to learn to breathe in stressful situations. Like I say, I can jump through the screen, but I'm not going to be able to catch you. So, you know, got to keep that in mind, okay?
Okay.
All right, you did very well.
Cool.
We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Good job, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Well done. All right. I've got Sydney's ready to go. Sydney, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. You just say next slide when you're ready, okay?
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just let me spotlight you here, Sydney, for a second. All right, we're good now.
Okay. The name of my company is actually not called Baby X, but and I've been working on it for about 3 years, and I'm so confident in it that I am trademarking it. And so until then, I'm choosing not to share the name or the catchphrase of my business. But it's started off as a website, and the more passion I've thrown into it, it has grown to be an even bigger idea to a brand. You can change the next slide. The problem is that people are in need of relatable resources and information to help better themselves financially, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And sometimes due to cultural ideologies and certain stigmas and not knowing where to look, the information that they need falls short. So people also want to share their own stories of in those categories. Next slide. The solution is that Baby X, which is the name of my brand, is a one-stop shop for all of those things. It promotes wellness from a more inclusive aspect, making important information easier to understand and readily available in more than one place, while partnering with and promoting small businesses that fall into the various wellness categories. Baby X will also serve as a platform to highlight different stories from other people like them. Next slide. The market, Baby X's market, is inclusive for all who are fighting adversity, have fought adversity, are in the process of breaking generational curses, or just want some useful information. It's really just a brand that is targeting basically everyone and anyone who's interested in wellness of all kinds, no matter of your age, your gender, all income levels, targeting specifically lower to middle income levels, all educational backgrounds. The content is easily understood. You don't need to have a specific degree to understand what it is that we're going to present. All religion and spiritual practices, that you can be married or single, all orientations. It's really a very inclusive brand for literally everyone. Next slide. The self-help world has been digitized thanks to technology. There's a greater market potential due to it being digital. More people are opening up to different forms of wellness and are acknowledging that generational cycles exist. The information will be available online in apps, podcasts, and on social media. The brand will grow from digital platforms to independent workshops and will partner with other local organizations. And there's like a synergistic approach with small businesses where everyone wins, because it'll be a lot of affiliate marketing with small businesses, and that's already a proven effective source of revenue. Next slide. There's not many, I have not come across many platforms or brands that present the information in the way that I intend to. The market is small for wellness through a minority or lower class perspective. I personally bring experience of overcoming lots of adversity, trauma, and poverty with very strong resilience, and I put it all into one package while highlighting others' stories too. And this is also my soul's purpose. This is something that I've just been drawn to do. With the use of funds, I will spend the money on paying for the trademark to have the name out in the open, app development, equipment for recording podcasts and videos, marketing, more research and development. And because of that, my brand will be able to launch with a firm foundation to have a greater chance at success. And this will help me to reach my target audience quicker and get closer to in-person events that will also help build my brand. And that is going to be even bigger once that happens. Next slide. So in closing, Baby X is a brand that will grow larger with time because it does not fit into a box. It will be unique in nature and inclusive to all. This will make Baby X reachable to more than one demographic and will positively impact those that will need it most. A lot of times people don't do better because they don't know better, or the information is coming from someone that makes them feel inferior. This experience for myself, this creates a feeling of judgment and blocks the reception of positive information. Information may also be missed due to the way that it's presented, and everyone's ability to learn is different. By meeting people where they are and offering different ways to interact and receive the information, Baby X will be able to help people help themselves and inform them of resources to do so. It will also offer a chance for others to highlight their own story. Baby X will also help small businesses grow by the affiliate marketing aspect, as well as the uses of their products during workshops and other events that will be hosted by our brand. And that's it. Thank you.
All right, Sydney, I have you at 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
So a little over the targeted time there.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to go over the targeted time, you're going to want to do that to educate people. So to educate people on, you know, exactly what your product is, or, you know, whether you're talking about your product or your solution, that's where you're going to want to go over time. So let me put this in. One piece of feedback I'd give is when you're talking about your target market, you did a good job of saying, this is why this solution exists. It's, you know, you don't have to have, you know, there can be cultural differences, there can be educational differences, all that. Maybe what you want to do is then focus the market that way, or focus your marketing that way, your target that way. Instead of saying it's for anybody and everybody of all backgrounds, maybe say it's for people who don't, you know, it's for people who, you know, aren't reading these other things or aren't taking in information these other ways. It's people who want information this way. Maybe that's not 20 to 100-year-olds. Maybe it's like, maybe mostly it's people from 20 to 34 or 34 to 65, or, you know, better understanding your market will help you target them more directly and more efficiently, which makes revenue a little cheaper to come by, which makes you more profitable.
Okay.
Good pitch. I think I'm very intrigued as to like what you're doing, mainly because it sounds like it is a tech startup in some form or fashion, and that's really what I spend a lot of my time doing. So I think, you know, clearly you defined the problem that exists, right? But to me, I'm still a little foggy on the solution, and maybe that's because you don't want to share too much at this point. I'm not sure, but it sounds like you have a very unique solution but I'm just not 100% clear on what that is.
Mhm.
And so that might be something as simple as, we do, like Adam said before, XYZ, and like you just literally lay it out there. The other thing, that I'm immediately wondering, based on where my mind is thinking this is going, is who are your competitors, right? Like, is YouTube a competitor? If so, how are you different than YouTube? Is, another platform a competitor? If so, how are you different? And I think, being able to understand exactly who your competitor is, and even if it's not even like a platform, right? Maybe it's their friend down the street that they go and talk to, right? For help. That's a competitor as well. So thinking about it from that perspective will give you a very, I think, or make you, how am I trying to say this? Give a really full picture of this community that you're trying to provide a service to. And I think, that's critical, especially since it sounds like a part of your go-to-market strategy is going to be some sort of digital advertising. And once you start getting to like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and you really want to be able to make sure that you're spending those early funds on marketing, making sure you're going after the right people. And so, it's really at that point starting to get into the weeds, understand who the person that you're solving this problem for, why YouTube is not helping them, why another product isn't helping them, and that'll really help you, make sure that the direction you go down is very clear and concise when it comes to doing your initial, hey, I exist, ads or spreading of the word for what you're doing. The other thing I wonder is, so at some point in time, how are you looking to continue to fund this down the road, right? Like, what's the business model? Are you planning on going the VC route and continue to raise funds that way, or will this become self-funded? I think having, a slide that explains that would also be really beneficial as well.
Thank you.
So I had not heard you speak before. And for me, I'm a little confused at a couple of things. But what I will share with you is I normally always talk about trade-offs. And I think not saying the name and not necessarily being specific with what you do or what you're trying to do, I think was a little bit of a disservice to you, because again, and Dan made this interesting comment about, how do you plan on funding it? Because that's always my thing. How are you funding it? Where are you getting your money from? How is it coming in? How are you impacted? You're going to impact a whole bunch of people. I think that also concerns me a little bit, and this lends itself to Adam's comment, that even though everybody, and this is pretty much what you said, everybody could use what you have to solve their problem, you're not having everybody come to you at once. So even as a matter of an introduction into the marketplace, who are the people that you're finding that may need your service more immediately? Now, I know that's difficult because I'm clear on what you're actually trying to solve. But we have to kind of think about those things if we're presenting them to folks, because again, the issue gets to be, we're looking to try to get some financial assistance in all of this. And as such, we want to be able to kind of tell people what we're doing, how we're doing it, so that they also can become a partner along the process. That makes sense?
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Okay. But you can slip me that envelope of what you're going to do. Just email it to me next week and you'll be fine.
Okay. I plan to be able to expand more soon. It's just that's something that I've been working on for so long. And it started off as something that it's turned into something that it didn't originally start off as. So, and because there's to me, it's unique and I haven't been able to find something similar to it. It's just something that I've slowly been working on, so. And I
Don't
have
be
answers
afraid.
to all those questions. it's
Don't
hard
be afraid.
to
Don't be
give
afraid
my
to
ideas.
share. Don't be afraid to share, because I've come to find that with the work that you're actually doing on it, you also have to get to a point where you actually started, so
Yes.
that it actually really physically grows. So it's not a virtual plant now. We're making it a real plant, and we're going to water it and fertilize it, put it in the sun. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I say a quick thing to her, please? As far as your copyright, so you can get your name out there. You can copyright, the office is in DC, and you can Google it, and you can copyright as many of your ideas, I think like 10 for like $80, because that's what I did. So if
Oh,
you
wow.
wanna, yeah, if you don't want to wait, so you can, as you continue to process and go through it, you can get it copywritten and get your name out there, so you can, on the next pitch, you'll be good to go, and you'll have all that. You won't have to be concerned with anyone trying to, not that I don't believe anyone on this platform will, but once you get out there, you won't have to be concerned about anyone trying to take your idea or your name. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay, thank you.
Quite
Thank you,
welcome.
Ronette. Sydney, thank you very much. Wonderful. Good job. We're going to do one more, guys, and then we're going to call it a night. We'll come back Thursday, and judges, you're going to see your sheet and think, oh my God, we got a ton. But there are several people on that list who have dropped out or who are simply just not eligible to go. So don't worry about that. We will get through everybody. But we're going to do one more tonight, so we're respectful of everybody's time. So I'm going to call up a name here, and if you're here, you can go next. Quintessa McFadden, are you here? No. Okay. Mariceli Marte? No. Okay. Lori Fontaine? No. Jewel Eason? Nope. Let's see here. I know Siobhan can't go. Carolyn Kirkwood, you ready to go? Let me see here.
I don't see Carolyn.
Okay. I'll go to the next one. Elena?
I do see Elena. Elena, you're on mute and your video's off.
Okay, I'm going to go to the next one here. We'll come back. Shanice?
Ronette says she thought she could go tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, Ronette. Thank you for the reminder. Ronette, you are up. I did not switch you in my book here. So Ronette will be our final one tonight. Ronette, you are up.
Yay, thank you. Okay, great, awesome. I appreciate that. So, hi, my name is Ronette Hill. I am the
Sorry to interrupt you, but where you have your presentation?
Oh, thank you, because I forgot. I'm so excited and ready to go. Let me go back so I can put it on share screen. Give me 1 second.
I just love her.
Who said that? I love you too. Thank you. Let's see here. Share right here. All right. Okay. Slideshow. Okay, come on here for me. Okay. Here we go. All right now. Okay, so I forget how to do this now.
You can go down to the bottom, like almost like the right-hand side. Go down.
Oh, down this way? No.
Go down to the bottom of your screen. And then on the right side. There you go. The little, not notes, but next, the one before the minus sign. Before the one more. Right there. Oh, right there. The one over.
Oh.
To the right. No.
Okay.
Right. One more right.
Here it is.
I'm gonna real quick. I need to interject. I forgot we have to have one other person go after Ronette. So, judges, I appreciate your time. We will get out of here. We'll make sure we get you out of here in just a few minutes. But all of our time is devoted to the next two people. So thank you, Ronette. Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready now. Thank you. All right. So hi, my name is Ronette Hill. I am the president of God's Diva LLC, God's Diva One LLC, excuse me, located in Charlotte, North Carolina. A business specialized in primarily engaged in retailing specialized lines of merchandise. We've been in business for less than a year. I'm trying not to cry on this part, but this business was started primarily to deal with my mother's death. I needed to find a way to deal with the grief. As I walked through this journey, I began to realize that there were many other individuals who also found it difficult to cope with their loss as well. The solution, God's Diva One LLC, the company provides memorial memories with articles made from the loved ones' deceased clothing and or pictures that provide comfort to those experiencing stress or depreciation as a result from a tragic life event. Our target market are females, 35 to 44, ranging in age, making $40,000 to $50,000 of a yearly income, and has lost a loved one. Our potential market is 75,326. Of that, our accessible market is 2,260, with potential revenues of $67,800 over the next 12 months. We have determined this by using the individuals of our target market multiplied by the sales, which is $30 per unit. 18,544. These are the number of deaths that have occurred in Mecklenburg County, in which I live, between 2012 and 2016. Every one of these families would have wanted a memorial memory keepsake for their loved one. All right, they can find us on the website, email, via phone. Also, we will be connecting through Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Our competition are as follows: Personalization Mall, Family Gifts, Ecstasy Memorial Mentos. Our industry pressures are from customers who do not realize the pricing, the pressures of entering into the industry, pressures from our competitors. The use of funds will be to build a website of $1,000 to facilitate sales with the anticipation of increased revenues by 20% in 2022. To hire an employee of $5,000, they will help create the first 200 units, which will generate $10,000 in revenue. The other $1,000 will go towards materials and supplies. The Memorial Memory Keepsake will provide some comfort to the loved ones of the deceased. And with that, we will have made the world a better place. What makes our Memorial Memory Keepsakes different is the quality and care used to produce our products. Let's make joyful memories together. Thank you. God's Diva One LLC, Ronette Hill, President. The end.
All right, Ronette, we have 3 minutes and 39 seconds.
You know what? Thank you, because I used to run through that, and I was saying, you're going too fast, you talk too fast. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this 3 minutes. That would be
great job, Ronette.
Huh?
Very good, Ronette.
Thank you, thank you. Come on here, Coach.
Yeah. So here's what I'll say. I'll start. I'm pleasantly surprised. You came in focused. You clearly defined your market, your solution. And I think we all know that you made a pivot here just in the last week. So I'm very impressed with how you pivoted, how you've been able to create a pitch around that. and just a very good job, Ronette.
Thank you, thank you. I'm waiting, Ms. McCarley. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say it is very, very clear that you've done a ton of work. And sometimes the hardest part of this exercise is realizing when you need to pivot and, you know, going by what the market is telling you. So great job, and looking forward to seeing more in the future.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Allie. Mr. Dan?
Very nice job on the pitch. I can tell you that this is something that is a personal thing that I had gone through, and we had you know, a quilt made out of somebody's shirts that we had lost, you know, and I know how positively that helps someone through that grieving process. I mean, you can't really put words on it. And so what you're doing is you're providing something that people will take with them for the rest of their lives. And I think it's absolutely amazing. My questions or areas that I think you could maybe improve on.
Okay.
It's really kind of centered around more how you really differentiate between your competitors, right? You say at the end, you said quality and care. And I think that sounds good, but I don't know what that means, right? Because when I think about everything, you know, that let's say I'm gonna go buy one of your products, it's just gonna kind of, it seems like it'll be luck if I get to you or if I somehow end up on Etsy. And I wonder, you know, from that perspective, I think a lot of people might initially say, I'm just going to go to Etsy and find someone there who does that. But I think that's a perfect opportunity for you to talk about why you're different than someone on Etsy making a very similar product. So I think that, you know, explaining that more and really starting to uncover how you really differentiate from your competitors, I think is going to be essential. And then I'm wondering, okay, so you say something about one of the pressures that the industry faces, and people say it's the cost of the products. And I guess I wonder, is that because your products are a better price point, or because people just don't know that this is something that's affordable? And I think if it's because you have a better price point, that needs to be something that, you know, is really hammered home, because again, people, when they're grieving, will spend whatever they, you know, they'll spend basically any price point on something that's going to help them through that process. It's literally funerals and weddings. People will spend a fortune. But if you're now providing something that's quality at a price point that's more affordable, I can see this going and being something that, you know, isn't just maybe one product. Maybe it's a variety of products, and you're going to start getting repeat customers. And so if the cost of your product is more affordable, you know, I think that's a benefit, right? And that's something you should talk about in the pitch.
Awesome, awesome, thank you. So you were saying something in the beginning, but I couldn't hear because of that slight interruption. And I apologize.
No, that's okay. So was it at the very beginning or at the beginning?
Very beginning.
Oh yeah. So basically, you know, I had basically purchased, or, you know, I had family members purchase products like this in the past, and it became something that is, you know, a significant keepsake, and something that will be passed down for generations, something that, you know, we cherish as members of the family. So I think what you're doing is I almost am surprised more people don't have the opportunity to do something like this. And it could be something like, at the end, I noticed you showed like a teddy bear. And I think that's amazing, right? Like imagine, you know, a grandchild who lost a grandmother, right? And now that teddy bear comes into play, and it's something now they can, you know, have, and it's a keepsake. And It's basically, I really love what you're doing. I think it's definitely something that adds a lot of value to people. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you, and okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks, Ally.
Michael?
I don't know why she's waiting for me. I've been beating her up all week.
Yes, you have, Coach, but it's been well worth it.
Okay, but the thing is, again, taking the information that you know, putting it together the way it's presented, short, sweet, and simple. You made it within the timeline. I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
All right.
Very good job, Ronette. Very good.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, that's way to step up. And let's go to our final pitch, our final entrepreneur of the night. To wrap us up tonight, Mary Ellen Brown. I know you are ready to go. Yeah, the floor is yours when you're ready.
Okay, thank you. All right. I don't want to do a whiteboard. I want to do this. Okay. All right. Hi, I'm Mary Ellen Brown, and I'm the founder of New York Community, a communications and design company with a focus on accessibility. We work with businesses in New York State to identify ways they can make their physical and online spaces more accessible and get more people in the door. This year marks the 30th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, which requires that businesses accommodate all types of people in their physical and online spaces. Unfortunately, many physical spaces and most online spaces are still not accessible to people with disabilities. This February, a study of 1 million websites found that 97% failed to meet accessibility requirements and had an average of 51 errors per page. Because of this, there's been an explosion of lawsuits regarding website accessibility, and the number of ADA filings is up 300% since 2013. These problems affect businesses of all sizes. Our goal at New York Community is to simplify accessibility and to help businesses get more people in the door. We've created a robust directory website where users can search for places to go according to accessibility need, going above and beyond what's required by the ADA. Users can search 30 categories to create a custom list of local places that fit their needs. We launched our test website, Ithaca.community, in August 2019. Even through the pandemic, our audience grew, and we see an average of 1,000 to 2,000 visitors each month. We offer expanded listings so businesses can add content and take advantage of our traffic. They can also pay to be featured at the top of search results or on the homepage. We offer consultations and design services to help businesses incorporate accessibility, reach more people, and provide a positive user experience. Our target customer is a business or a nonprofit with a physical location and is either building a new site or redesigning. They value our mission of accessibility and are willing to invest in work that will allow more of the community to access their products or services. With over 1,700 businesses right in our zip code and over 500,000 businesses in New York State, we see an opportunity to carve out a niche area of the market. 70 to 80% of people research a company online before spending money with them, and we help ensure that businesses show up in those search results and offer a positive first impression. We see a great opportunity to help small businesses create websites, expand their base, and jump on board with ADA guidelines. We're also excited about the scalability of our business model, which can be easily replicated in other cities across New York and beyond. Our competitors include worldwide directories like Yelp and TripAdvisor, which have powerful search capabilities but often have incorrect information. Our site has been written and verified by people who live in our city. We also provide more accessibility categories to search. Locally, there are a few websites in Ithaca that have directory listings but are lacking the search functionality and don't have a focus on accessibility. Until this point, I've paid for our directory website with my own personal time and money. In order to grow to the next level, we need investment. The $7,000 prize would allow us to develop and expand our site and position us to replicate this model in another city. We would use it to add listings, advertise, develop marketing materials, and training documents. This funding would help us achieve our first year sales goal of $164,000 with a net profit of $25,500. It would position us to invest in a new city, so by year 2, we could double our staff and still have a net profit of $58,360. I'm excited about the potential of growing this business and incredibly grateful for this opportunity. With your support, we can help businesses avoid fines and lawsuits, expand our culture of accessibility, and ultimately help people in our community find more spaces where they are safe and comfortable. Thank you for your time.
All right, Mary Ellen, I have you at 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Good job.
Very good. That was just very good, Mary Ellen. I remember last week going over your pitch and hearing you and knowing that you were, what, about 30 seconds over, you're about 4.5 minutes, and that was down from 7, and you were still able to cut half a minute. So very good. I think it was great. I think you covered everything. So yeah, I was impressed.
Thank you.
It's actually very funny. I've been having a lot of conversations about accessibility when it comes to websites, within the last 2 weeks. And I've been kind of thinking, I'm surprised there isn't a solution out there for this. And now here you are. So I think your timing is perfect. I think there's going to be a real shift towards inclusivity. And that doesn't necessarily just mean, can someone get into a building or a restaurant, but can they access the website, right? And I think that's critical. I just wonder about, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're basically creating a local listing of businesses that either are physically or digitally accessible for a variety of reasons, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So past ADA guidelines and also things like, could you take your dog there? Or is it sensory friendly if you have a child with autism, that kind of stuff.
Okay. And now, so I'm wondering, you also mentioned, I think, the consulting, right? So is that where you would go to a business or a business would reach out to you and say, hey, I need help, making my website, let's say, more accessible? Is that something, is that how you envision that going? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a website designer and I have been creating accessible websites for a long time. And then I created this directory listing on the side, but this is kind of a merging of those two businesses together.
Okay, so essentially, I could have a website created that was accessible. And then also, so it would be out there and it doesn't have to be a listing, right? But then it could also be a listing. Is that the core concept? Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. I think I think that was a really well done pitch. I think it was very clean, very concise, straight to the point. It touched on all the pain points and, you explained the solution. Yeah, very nice job.
Thank you.
Agreed. Incredibly well done. I have no questions, which is a first. I mean, you got everything in there, the meat and the potatoes, right? So really, really wonderful job. And absolutely, this is definitely a timely need, and it's applicable to a number of groups. And you're absolutely right. There have been a lot of lawsuits recently the past year. It's been insane, but great stuff. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I definitely think this was a very clean presentation. Initially, my one piece was I wasn't clear really on the revenue component. As it was there, I had to read it.
Right.
I'm one who likes to do both, do a little read, a little hear. But for everything else that actually is in play, and because of the market itself, definitely necessary. Definitely necessary. So thank you very much for providing that information. And I didn't realize it was the anniversary this year. So that's also enormously helpful. So thank you. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Very good. Great job. Very clean and nice way to end the night. So thank you very much. And thank you to all of our entrepreneurs, all of our presenters for doing a great job tonight. That's a great way to kick it off. As you'll see, I will post the remaining list on Google Drive tomorrow. We have some cleaning up to do on it because we have identified several people who are not going to go or not eligible to go. So Faustinia asked the question, what's the order for Thursday? I'll give you the first 5 that I have. Ebony Pace, Khadijah, Paige, Faustinia, and then Shatara. So yeah, so come ready to go on Thursday. Judges, thank you so much. Everybody, thank you for sticking around. Thanks for staying late. And judges, if you want to email me your scorecards, I will tally everything up and have it ready. And then we'll just be ready to go on Thursday. So thanks so much, everybody.
All right. Thank you, guys. Good evening.
Have a great one.
That was great
Thank
job,
you.
everybody.
Good evening, everyone.
Great job, everyone.
everybody.
Yes, it was
Y'all
great.
amazing. The
Thank
bar
you.
is like way up here.
Exactly.
Have a good night, guys.